And you'll need a blanket that you can roll up into a bolster-like prop or a couple of heavy bath towels. And if you have a bolster, you can grab that too. Video on or off is your choice. And we're recording my video and my voice. All right, let's go ahead and get going. Okay, now that I am a few feet away from the video, can everybody see me okay? Can anybody not see me okay? Maybe that's a better question. Okay. I'm wearing these AirPods, so I hope that you can hear me okay, given that I'm not relying on an external microphone other than the two in my ears. All right, thanks for the thumbs up. Please let me know if you cannot hear me okay. I'm seeing some thumbs up. Great, a heart, thank you. All right. Welcome to your evening Akbe Yoga class via Zoom. My name is Jodi, she, her. We're offering this class due to the inclement weather situation in Juneau. And what we have planned for you tonight is a kind of 50-50 Sukha flow with a yin sequence. So we will let movement of an easeful flow work its magic on our system, and then dive into some delicious active recovery in some yin poses. All right. As we begin, I invite you to lie down. We'll start our meditation to settle in and arrive, lying down on our backs. And a reminder that what I have planned tonight is a plan, but you have autonomy over what you are doing here. If you need to do something else, please do. If you need to take a break, please do. If you need to ask for modifications, please ask. I cannot see you in the traditional way that I would see you and interact with you during class. However, I will make all the best efforts to facilitate over Zoom. And by the way, and mostly, thank you so much for being here this evening to join your community and me for practice tonight. Okay. If you have found a comfortable position lying down, or however you are, maybe you're seated, take a moment to turn your focus inwards by noticing your breath. And then take it a step further from noticing your breath to awareness of your breath entering and leaving your body. Interoception, sensing inward, can also be assisted by placing our hands on our body, maybe on our chest and our belly, on our chest, or both hands on the belly if that feels right to you. Just taking a moment here to become aware of the breath entering and leaving the body. Your body is responding to and receiving that breath. Feeling the embrace of gravity all around you, 360 degrees, like an ever-present hug. Feeling connected to all of the support underneath of you, if that's props, your yoga mat, the floor of the space that you've chosen for your practice tonight in our humble homes. And then shifting from the breath, taking a moment to soften throughout the jaw, any amount that's available. Softening throughout the cheeks. Softening from the inner corners of the eyes out to the temples.
Okay.
A broadening across the brow. an opportunity to clear the slate from what we were doing before our practice of yoga and our practice this evening. And then invite, or even just imagine that softening that we brought about in our faces wraps around to the back of our head and neck and cascades down our body. An invitation to soften into your body, your breath, the space right where you're at, and also not needing to change anything about who you are at this time or how you are showing up tonight. Taking a moment next to shift your awareness outwards to your space of practice. Practicing at home is different than practicing in a studio space where the environment is arranged. So just taking a moment here to become aware of objects around you, temperature of the room, air currents on the skin, any scents, any sounds, anything else arriving to your sensory awareness about your practice space tonight. Even acknowledging activities going on in the background. All of our lives are going on all around us at this time as we're joining each other for practice. And there is no need to control the space around you. All that you need to do is just be in the little space on your mat, breathing and doing just as you are for the next hour. And if distractions arise, I invite you to make that part of your practice where they take you deeper into your breath. Anything we would label a distraction during the next hour, let that take you deeper into your breath, deeper into your practice. Let it flow all around you. And last, shifting our focus back inwardly, back to the breath, breath awareness. And an opportunity to reflect, recall, invoke what brought you to practice tonight. Why are you here? And maybe you have already accomplished that simply by showing up, which is the biggest hurdle most of the time. Resting with your why, your intention for practice, for a few more moments here. And then softening our inner focus, bringing our palms together, rubbing them, creating a little heat. We can cup our palms over our eyes, allow our fingers to drape across the forehead. Take a deep breath in when you're ready. And out. And maybe another one if that feels wonderful to you, and allowing your hands to fall to your lap when you're ready. Our arrival is complete. Okay, from here, if you are lying down, take a moment to find your way to a seated position. And once you are seated, if you are not already, find Sukhasana. Translating to a simple, easy, cross-legged pose. You can also find a pose that is a kneeling position, Virasana. And you can also place the soles of your feet together in Baddha Konasana. So an opportunity to add a little suppleness to our spine with some very basic, but is it ever basic, vinyasa movements, breath leading movements. So from Sukhasana easy pose on an inhale, engage your low belly and begin to draw your shoulders back, arcing your spine up. And then start your exhale when that feels right to you and round through the spine, drawing your belly back, maybe rounding through the shoulders. Inhaling, roll the shoulders back, chest and heart lifts, maybe glance up. And then exhale, rounding through the spine, shoulders come forward. A few more movements in this plane of motion. Apologies in advance for any vigorous dragon breathing coming through the AirPods for me. I love that the definition of vinyasa is a breathing and moving practice, one of the many ways of thinking of vinyasa and its definition. So from here, we'll continue this movement, inhaling, extend through the spine, maybe reaching up, and then exhaling, arms down, and reaching forward and rounding, dropping the head and neck if that's okay for your body. And then on your next inhale, drawing the hands in closer to your seat and sit back up. Move at your pace with your breath. On your next inhale, reach up. Exhale, lower down the hands, reach forward. On your inhale, draw your hands in, reach up. And then exhale, hands lower down to the mat or your knees, resting for a beat. And then next, an invitation to take some heart circles forward, moving with your breath. See where your breath carries you and where it feels most natural to harness your breath with your movement here. Maybe inhaling forward, exhaling, rounding back, moving in a way that feels intuitive and delicious to you, waking up the spine. Tonight, our plan includes some chest and shoulder openers in our standing sequence, a little bit of standing balance, and then a collection of yin postures to support those shoveling muscles in the hips and the legs and the chest and the shoulders and the back. Okay, settle into your seat, pause there for a moment. And then next, shift forward to your belly. It looks like you can all still see me. I tested out most postures before I signed on. Settling into your belly, and we'll take a Sphinx pose. So draw your legs together, wiggle your toes, come to your forearms, roll your shoulders back, and pull your hands back on the mat, just creating a little bit of traction. Think of your spine as a bow, where your head is at the top of the spine, arcing up. And your tailbone, the bottom of your spine, arcing back towards your feet. And then in the next couple of breaths, push forward on your hands and maybe reach forward into a pose that we call seal. This might be a lot on sensitive backs. And then arms down. Taking our hands wide into a wide cobra, hands flat, roll your shoulders back. On an inhale, raise up your chest, any amount that is comfortable to you. And then exhale when you are ready, lower all the way down. We'll come up into Cobra 2 more times, your pace, your breath. Hold, and then lower down on the exhale. Cobra dips, coming up to fingertips. Move with your breath as you dip. Exhale, one shoulder. Exhale, dip, the other shoulder. Inhale up, exhale, dip. Move at your pace, your breath. Inhale up, exhale, dip. And then maybe a couple of more breaths, settling back in here. And then press back to a child's pose. Take your time. Maybe a couple of cat-cow sequences on the way. Maybe deliciously sliding your hips back slowly, giving your low back a little bit more time. Settle in here. Allow your forehead to travel in the direction of the mat. And we'll be pressing back into downward facing dog. Anytime you're ready, find your first down dog. And a reminder that anytime tonight you can swap down dog for tabletop, the shape I'm making right now, or child's pose, the shape that we were just in. So finding the first down dog or shape of your practice, moving into our standing sequence. Press the mat away with strong arms. Your heels may be up, your heels may be down. Spread through all of your fingers. Pick up your toes and set your toes back down if that's possible. And an invitation here to raise up the right leg, reach to the back wall or the sky. If it would feel good, bend at the right knee, open the hip. Straighten the right leg, level out the hips, right foot to mat. Reset down dog. You could also do this in tabletop. Raise up the left leg, reach to the back wall or the sky. Bend the left leg, open up the hip. Straighten out the left leg, left foot to mat. And in the next couple of breaths, when you're ready, find your way at the top of the mat in a standing forward fold. I'll turn to face you. You are standing at the top of your mat. Any standing forward fold will do. I'm choosing to grasp opposite elbow and sway side to side. Might even feel good to bend one knee and straighten the other. Or maybe tonight it feels good to have your hands making contact with floor, the earth. And then on the inhale, when you are ready, rise up to standing, reach up, and then lower your arms in a way that feels right to you. Okay. Moving into a low lunge sequence. I'm not asking you to grab blocks, but if you took the time to find that blanket and make a blanket roll or a roll with those towels, you could set this at the top of your mat for your hands. Get your hands a little higher up from the earth. Okay. And we'll meet at the top of our mat in Samastitihi. Low lunge flow. On an inhale, arms up, reach. Please move at your pace, your breath. Exhale, fold forward, hands down. Next, inhale, head up. Low lunge, right side, right foot stays, left foot back. Take your time. Descend the left knee. And when you're ready, press into both feet. Rise up into your low lunge. An option to keep hands at heart or raise up the arms. Stability check, pull back on the right foot, press forward with the left leg. And we'll sweep our arms behind and press with fingertips pointing down. Roll the shoulders back, peel the chest off of the right thigh. It's also an option to clasp your hands behind you, or even clasp a couple of fingers. Roll the shoulders back. So here, we're looking for opening across the chest. Folding forward halfway, taking the inside of your right thigh to your right side body. Folding forward, however your arms are reaching back, pressing or clasped. Nose maybe pointing down. And then inhale back up, arms up. Humble lunge. On your next exhale, hands down to mat or bolster roll. Sliding back, straighten the right leg. Bow any amount over the right leg. Taking a moment here with our breath. And then an option to inhale and pulse forward to low lunge. And exhale, draw back, humble lunge. You may be sitting on the mat as you go back, or you may have your seat elevated. Allow your breath to lead your movement. The next time you come forward to low lunge, pause. Hands down, preparing to step forward, standing forward, fold, press into the left foot. Step forward, fold. Utkatasana, chair. Bend the knees, sweep the arms up. Exhale, stand, arms down, samastitihi. Left side, inhale, reach. Exhale, fold, hands down. Inhale, head up. Low lunge, left side, left foot stays, right foot back, take your time. When you feel steady, feel your chest up, hand and arm position of choice. And then either pressing back with the hands or clasping, fold forward, any amount. Your next inhale, rise up. Your next exhale, humble lunge, arms down. Holding for a breath or two here. Be rotating the foot back and forth. And then your pace, your breath begin to flow between humble lunge and low lunge. Next time you're in low lunge, pause, preparing to step forward. Press through the right foot. Step forward, standing fold, fold. Chair, bend the knees, sweep the arms up, inhale. Exhale, stand, samastitihi. Okay, let's explore some standing balance with chair pose. Bend the knees, sweep the arms up. We'll hold this first one for a few more breaths. Roll the shoulders back. Subtle low belly engagement, just like you're sitting back in a comfortable chair. And then straight legs, exhale, forward fold. Maybe an active forward fold. On an inhale, when you're ready, bend your knees, sweep your arms up. And an option here to keep your arms up or bring the arms and hands down to the heart. And here's where we'll play a little bit with picking up one foot. So, with feet close together, get a grounding sense in your left foot and just rise up onto your right ball of foot or toes. Maybe you're here. Another option is to begin to slowly pick up that right foot. You're sinking back in a chair. And then return the right foot to the mat. Sweep the arms up, and we'll just stand. Maybe shake it out. Some free movement here. And then other side. Utkatasana, chair, bend the knees, sweep the arms up. Or hands at the heart. Sense of grounding throughout the right foot, coming up to the ball of the left foot, and the toes. If you're exploring picking up the left foot tonight, slowly shift weight into the right foot, pick up the left foot, kick the lower leg behind you, and then stand, chair, sweep the arms up, step out. Okay, let's build that into a lateral flow. We'll be moving side to side on our mat and turning to the left and turning to the right. First side, coming to the top of your mat, chair, bend the knees, sweep the arms up, hands at the heart, weight into the right foot, find your drishti where your gaze is going to settle and pick up the left foot. We'll step back here to high lunge. Take your time. Slow with control with your breath. Raise up your arms. And on a nice exhale, warrior two, arms out. Shrug shoulders away from the ears. Reverse warrior, back arm down, front arm up, or up and back, maybe deepening your stance. Extended side angle, front forearm down, left arm up and over. Next inhale, rise all the way up. Pivot to the left, hands at the heart. Bend at the knees, goddess, toes out. We'll just pivot over to the left side, high lunge. Warrior two. Reverse warrior, front arm up, back arm down. Reaching up to that beautiful full moon in Cancer, obscured by the clouds, but she's still there. Extended side angle, left forearm down to left thigh, right arm up and over. Next inhale up, pivot to the right, hands at heart, goddess. Inhale, stand, pivot to the front. One big step, Samastitihi at the top of the mat. Other side. Chair, Utkatasana. Bend the knees, sweep the arms up. Find your drishti, settle your gaze. Balance your weight a little more into the left foot. Begin to slowly pick up the right foot. High lunge, left side. Step the right foot back. Raise up the arms or arm position of choice. Eagle arm wrap. Cross left arm over right. Join palms. Or grab anywhere on the hand or the arms. Raise up the elbows. Now opening up the shoulders after focusing on the chest. Bowing any amount. You can flatten the back foot into a warrior foot. Next, inhale, rise up. Open arms, warrior two. Front arm up, reverse. Extended side angle, left forearm down, right arm up. Your next inhale up. Pivot to the right, hands at heart, goddess. Inhale, stand. Pivot to the right. High lunge, right side. Take your time, find balance. Hands at heart. Eagle arm wrap. Right over left. Eagle pose, Garudasana. Bowing any amount. Your next inhale up, open arms. Warrior two. Shrug shoulders away from the ears. Reverse warrior. Extended side angle. Inhale up. Pivot left, goddess. Inhale, stand. Pivot left, high lunge. Exhale, step. Samastitihi. Find your way seated on the mat, legs out straight. Take your time. If you haven't yet rolled your blanket or your towel into the blanket roll, you can take a moment to do that now. Or get a sip of water. Traveling into our yin sequence for the last portion of class, we'll take a seated forward fold, Paschimottanasana, with our legs out straight. We'll hold this yin style for about 3 minutes. An option to take your rolled bolster and rest it on the top of your legs. You can create a little extra padding by rolling it again, place for your forehead to rest, depending on how deeply you are choosing to fold forward. Or you can go without props. Folding forward to 40 to 60% of your range of motion. Activating a passive stretch throughout the back, the bladder meridian, and of course, not acting on any single meridian, organ linked energetic channel of the body, but all of them. Folding forward over the rolled bolster isn't quite the shape for you. It's also nice to place it across your knees, perpendicular to your legs, and rest your arms there. So many ways to personalize the practice. On your next inhale, rest your hands into the mat, slowly sit up, maybe a couple of breaths. Set your bolster aside. Seated fish pose variation, bend your legs at the knees, take your hands behind the seat, roll the shoulders back, press into your hands, extend your arms. Chest and heart lift. You can open the knees a little bit, create some space for our glorious bellies. Perhaps imagine that the cooling light of the moon, that divine feminine energy, which is also yin, is shining down on you as it is. And then sit up. Maybe shake out the legs. The next invitation is for a reclined figure four, followed by a twist. We'll be holding each for 2 minutes. So lie down. Actually, I'm going to rotate so you can see me. Lie down, have your bolster roll handy, the left foot down, cross the right ankle over the left thigh, just above the knee. You can stay here, or you can pick up the leg. And the plan with the bolster is to tuck it right in between your right thigh and your belly. So creating a little bit of support there. If you are taking the left foot off the mat, you can support the back of the left knee and the left thigh with your left hand. Your shoulders be heavy. Hips are heavy. Allowing right knee to feel the loving pull of gravity down towards the earth. We're going to shift our shape and crossing the legs, stepping your feet mats width apart, allowing your knees to wash side to side in a windshield wiper like movement. And the next time your knees come over to the left, pause there into a windshield wiper twist. You can take your bolster roll and Reduce the space between that left thigh and the mat or the floor. Or you can go traditional and not use props. Make the practice your own. If a windshield wiper style twist is a little too much on your low back tonight, bring your knees together and rotate both knees over to the left, stacking your ankles. Or the right ankle in the arch of your left foot. I'm just checking the time. Starting to shift our shape. Press into your feet and your hands. Even press your knees back up. It would feel good to you. An option to windshield wiper those legs side to side again. And when you are ready, press the right foot into the mat. Place the left leg into our figure 4 yin style pose. You can take the bolster roll and tuck it between your left thigh and your belly. Either rest your hands there. You can also pick up that right foot off the mat. Use that left hand as a kickstand on the left thigh. Find a shape that works for you. We'll be here for 2 minutes. And on this side, we'll integrate a little practice of the mind. If it sounds good to you, follow along. If your mind is a little busy and it's not serving you right now, a trick, mind magic, mind alchemy that we can do is to label those repetitive thoughts. Maybe you're having repetitive thoughts or ruminating thoughts, or you're just thinking in a way that feels a little unproductive right now, not where you'd like your mind to be. You can just label it as thinking. And return your focus back to your breath. The mind likes to have a job. Its job is to go outward and sense things, make meaning out of them. One of its jobs. If you start to think about, oh, whatever, label it thinking. And notice how that changes that thought pattern. It's like alchemy of mind. Shifting our shape across the knees. Windshield wiper knees side to side. Integrating your breath with your movement in a way that feels delicious to you. And then settling into that windshield wiper twist, allowing the knees to drop over to the right. Again, if this is a little too much sensation for the low back, stack your knees and allow the knees to twist over to the right. You can use an assist of your prop for biofeedback and to get you a little further up off the earth if that's helpful. Settle in here, 2 minutes. Bringing focus and awareness to the breath, entering and leaving your body. We're practicing a little bit of alchemy, labeling thoughts as thinking. No need to investigate further, returning the mind back to the breath. Deepening your breath, preparing to shift your shape back up to knees pointing upwards, washing the knees side to side in windshield wiper. And here we're about to transition out of the reclined posture that we're in. So an invitation here for 10 breaths or so, taking any intuitive movements that would feel good to you. I'm choosing to stir my knees in the back of my pelvis. You can also grab the ankles or the toes and open up your knees and rock side to side in a happy baby. Might even feel good to just lie on your back and extend your legs. Please continue to enjoy what you're doing. I'll cue you when to rock up. I'm going to rock up now just so I can remain upright for a few moments as I transition us to our final yin posture. While you're breathing and moving for a few more breaths, I'll talk us through what we'll be doing next, just so you know what's coming. Going to be lying on our backs and taking an elevated leg pose with a little bit of support underneath of the spine with our bolster roll. So that's about 10 breaths on my own count. When you have counted 10 breaths, please rock up to seated. Take your time. And once seated, locate that blanket roll or bolster. I'm going to unfurl it so that it's a little longer, perhaps, than where we started. Mine is about that size. I'm going to start from one long edge and roll it up into a roll. We are going to be lying down with our backs on the blanket roll. So before we find the shape, an opportunity to take a moment to scoot the bottom edge of your mat up to either a couch or a chair. I'll show you what that would look like, lying down over the blanket roll. I'm a little too far away. And then elevating my legs, lying back over the blanket roll, rolling the top end of it up to support my head and neck. And positioning that blanket roll right underneath of my spine so that my shoulders drape on either side. A little bit of support under the chest and the back. So here is one posture that we can try. And if you don't have a couch or an edge of a chair handy, you can do this without. I'll rock to one side and show you. Lying down on your mat. Lie over the blanket roll so that it is at the base of your rib cage, no lower than your floating ribs. Roll up the top. Allow the back of your head to rest on the rolled end of the blanket roll, the skinny rolled end. Maybe walking your feet mats width apart, knees together, or take any leg position of choice. Allow your shoulders to be heavy, your arms resting at your side. We'll be here for about 5 minutes, holding this last one a little longer. Some options as I go a little quiet and let you soak. You could follow the breath in and out of your body. If you'd like to give your mind a job to do. You can also work with that mind alchemy trick of labeling thoughts as thinking when they bubble up out of your mind. Neither good nor bad, just thinking. And tonight, my last suggestion is just letting your thoughts drift by like a film strip without pressing pause on any one thought. Allowing your thoughts to drift by like leaves in the stream, like fronds of eelgrass on a sea. Allowing your thoughts to slowly bubble up as if from a bed of a deep lake or an ocean, mixing with the greatness and the infinite space of that water. However you choose to be as you are without needing to change anything at all. preparing to shift our shape, bringing greater awareness back to the breath. If your legs are elevated on a couch or chair, place your feet on the floor. Everybody, when you are ready, roll to one side and pause there. And you can either sit up or remain lying down and shift that bolster to the side. The next offering is Shavasana. So we will take about a 5-minute Shavasana as the offering tonight. You can place that blanket underneath of your knees if you'd like a little extra support. So anytime you are ready, finding your Shavasana shape. You can also take a favorite yin or restorative shape if you have one that you would like to use as your Shavasana shape. And if you also need to go and feel complete in your practice tonight, please also do so. Take a moment to pause and dedicate your practice if you are moving on. So as you find yourself in Shavasana, active rest, an opportunity to integrate all of the effects of your practice, allow your body to feel completely supported by the props, the floor, the foundation of your home, or wherever you are underneath of you. Resisting the urge, any urge at all, to hold yourself up. Feeling the embrace of gravity all around you. Allowing your breath to be just as it is. Bringing awareness back to your breath, deepening your breath, preparing to move, inviting movement back to your body. Moving intuitively, maybe rock to one side, slowly finding your way to your seat. And I'll come a little closer to you for our dedication and closing. You can keep your camera on or off. I recognize and honor each and every one of you. Thank you for sharing your practice. Have a good evening. Thank you for joining me and your community tonight for the Zoom practice. It was truly a privilege to be here with all of you.